Hi, it's Tamar with the Lived Experience Practitioner Diaries, and this is a quick check-in on Friday, the something or other of February. So I'm doing this one today. It's kind of a check-in because I'm on a bit of a countdown till D-Day, till I have the results of the grievance that I've put in, which I'll get back on Tuesday. So it's really stressed me out being in limbo waiting for it. So obviously, as the diaries are trying to record the impact of that and the impact of discrimination, yeah, that's what I'm doing today, trying to record the impact. So I think probably mentioned before, had about 5 days out of the last 7 I've been in bed. I think last Friday I found out that my I had an EEG and I found out that my epilepsy was active, so I was pretty distraught, upset, yeah, I was very angry because I knew that a lot of that is down to again, you know, it's the work-based stress that set it off. So I kind of yeah, kind of let it be known that I was quite unhappy about that, as you do. And then I was yeah, since then I spent 5 days in bed basically. So whether I've been I still try and do stuff from bed. When I say I've been in bed, I haven't been like sleeping. That's me like waking up, doing a mixture of watching YouTube, playing Candy Crush, being on Twitter, drinking whatever drink my husband's brought for me, tea this time. So kind of being awake and stuff, but just basically not able to leave the room, the safety of the room, the safety of the bed even. Sometimes I've been able to, kind of like get up and like, kind of sit on the bed and do stuff. So it's more like you're kind of awake and, like sometimes you could get dressed and just sit on the bed and do stuff. But now this has been much more like, proper, I just don't want to get up and do anything, kind of, I want to stay in the bed. Yeah, so yesterday I kind of broke that. Yesterday was Thursday. I managed to get up. I went down to my she shed, did some shit. It's good. Yeah, and I thought, oh yeah, I've broken this a bit. I'll be up and about now. Just need to keep doing that. What did I do? I just again, when I'm doing bits and pieces, it's just like, usual, I don't know, bits of emails, like just the usual kind of admin bits and pieces of work that you're doing, just to try and bits of communication, just to try and keep things flowing. Anyway, today I've woken up, just about managed to get myself out of bed eventually. I eventually got myself dressed. All of this has taken very long, so we're looking like getting into towards the afternoon, towards lunchtime by the time this is happening. I'm noticing that I don't quite have the same levels of energy as the day before. Maybe I've tired myself out a bit with the great exertion of getting out of bed and going down to the bottom of the garden and being in a different room. I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it? But yeah, so what I did notice was I just didn't, I was finding it very, very hard to leave the room, and eventually I did go down to do that, and then what I found was that I went downstairs and I suddenly went very cold, very shivery, very dizzy, and I thought, I don't feel well, I really don't feel well. And then my husband came down and he looked at me and said, "Have you taken anything?" I'm like, "What? No." He goes, "Have you taken anything?" Oh, no. It's like, "Do I need to call an ambulance?" I'm not thinking, I don't know, it's kind of like, don't be so flipping ridiculous. Like, then I'm thinking, at the moment, he knows that I'm really depressed and anxious. He's worried about, obviously last time I was going through, grievance process, things were really, really difficult, and I did end up in hospital. So, he's got, I suppose, good reason to be asking me those sorts of questions. But yeah, so I was like, but I think what I'm trying to get to is that what am I trying to say? Sometimes you try and say to yourself, "Oh, this is just me being lazy. Just, get yourself out of bed, do something. Just, get the fuck outside. Just get the fuck out. Do this, do that. You'll be fine." Whereas actually, I did make myself get downstairs, and physically I was kind of shaking, feeling dizzy, and feeling like I was gonna collapse essentially, and it wasn't just how I was like how I was feeling. It was obviously how I was looking as well, because my hubby came down and saw me. I didn't I was downstairs on my own, so it wasn't like I was there for someone to there for an audience or anything. Do you know what I mean? So he kind of just saw me how I was. So and I've noticed, like, even yesterday when I was downstairs, and like doing bits and pieces, I remember sort of looking in the mirror, and even when I'd kind of, I wanted to put makeup on and sort of like brush through my hair and all sorts of things, and then I thought even with you kind of like smiling and trying to, I don't know, talk to people online, or I don't know, I think I made a video or something, and then I noticed, like, you look tired, or your eyes look a bit dead, or you just don't look right. Yeah, so out of a week, I've kind of, I've had one day where I've been able to sort of function, and not brilliantly, really. And then the next day, it's kind of, I'm kind of shattered again. So it's really frustrating, and the worst thing is that I've been thinking to myself, oh well, this limbo bit is awful, and I've almost been looking forward to getting to the point of, like, kind of having an answer, or knowing where I am, sort of, because at the moment I don't know where I am, I don't know where I'm going to, what's what my next steps are, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to plan for, I don't know anything really. So it's very much limbo, very much the unknown. And what I'm looking forward to on Tuesday is the end of the unknown. So hopefully that will mean that my health will be a little better, improve a bit. But Actually, no, does it? Oh God! You see, it could go either way, couldn't it? It could. What I'm expecting. See, part of the limbo is the worry that, you know, I could be absolutely devastated and things could be a lot worse. You know, the dream is that things will be, you know, everything will be better, everything would be sorted out, and everything would be okay. Honestly, that would kind of be impossible, because even if, let's say, even if everything that I asked for was absolutely sorted, let's say I asked for equality and I got equality with bells on. One thing that, you know, you can ask for something. One thing that you cannot ask for is you cannot ask for people to change or care how they feel or their attitudes towards something, or you know, whatever it is that prevents them from doing things in the first place, and also whether see, some people I think want to do things, but for some people there is something that is there is you know, when you have someone like me that comes along and is very loud and who campaigns a lot for stuff like this, I do knock noses out of joint, obviously. So there's some people that just fucking hate me, basically. Okay, maybe they don't. Maybe not to the extent of fucking hating me. There's some do, I'm sure. But, you know, just some people really dislike me, or I will make them feel very uncomfortable. And, you know, at the end of the day, there's no sugarcoating it. When you're looking at when you're challenging any form of inequality, you're looking at existing power structures that are unequal, which means that these power structures will benefit some and not benefit others. So if I'm questioning power structures that are that are disabling to myself and to other people, them to address them, that means that basically some other people have got to give up power, or they've got to step out the way. They've got to, you know, effectively it means that some job roles over time have to go, and that things have to look different. You know, this will never be me saying, you know, sack everybody and start again. I'm not a Tory, but you know, it is me saying that basically when money becomes free, when resources there, you don't, you know, re-employ the same positions. You look at what resources you've got and you start to employ lived experience practitioners when it comes to you know, any kind of service user involvement, patient involvement type roles, because at the moment we need positive action, because we don't employ we don't even anywhere near employ half of our workforce that work in that area as lived experience practitioners. What the fuck is that about? And really I'd argue that actually in an organisation with 5,000 staff, we should be employing everybody in that area as lived experience practitioners, I would argue. But, you know, that's just me. So, yeah. So, oh, that's got me fired up. But, yeah, so what can I say? So I can flow, I can speak when I'm, you know, ranting about that. But, yeah, I think the other thing about Tuesday is that I think the difficulty is I've got to face this. I've got to face speaking to. I've got to face going into this. It's into a meeting where I've got people reading me back the results of an investigation that, although it's kind of what they say, like independently done, it's an internal one. It's done within a world where this stuff is normalised and where it's seen as okay. And for too long I've been essentially gaslighted that it's okay. When I step outside that world, when I do work elsewhere, I know that it's not okay. But since I step back into that world, it's okay. So it doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what literature I give. It doesn't matter what case studies I give. I know it does not matter what I do. You know, I could dance a naked dance in front of people. I could bring I don't know. I could bring yeah, I could dance a naked dance, which would be ridiculous. Or I could bring down, Professor Peter Beresford, who wrote the book on service user involvement research, to come down and tell them what's wrong with doing a, service user research group that's where you're teaching service users how to do service user research, but service user researchers aren't actually teaching them how to do it, and you're getting sort of generic researchers to teach service user research when they've never done service user research before. You can't do that. It'd be like me. I'm trying to think. It'd be like me. So I've been trained in. I've got a master's in personality disorder. But it'd be like me, like trotting along to the CMHT and saying, "Right, move over psychiatrist, because I've got more qualifications than you in personality disorder. So budge up out the way, and I'm now going to." This person's got personality disorder in front of you, so I'm not qualified in personality disorder, so I'll do the psychiatry bit, It's like, nah. You just don't do that. So it'd be like me bringing on Peter Beresford and saying, like, oh, he can do that. It's like, people wouldn't know the difference between me doing something really stupid and foolish and me doing something that is, extraordinarily amazing. Or maybe doing a naked dance in front of people would be extraordinarily amazing. It would be definitely unforgettable, probably in a very bad way. Anyway, oh, God, I'm just chatting rubbish at the moment. I'm so sorry, but yeah. So I'm just that's the impact today, basically. Again, sort of doing what I can, but very having a very disabling impact, and I do hope that after Tuesday it will be better. I'm hoping it will be that any kind of flop that happens will be more of a flop of relief than a flop of absolute devastation, and I can't bear life anymore. I'm just hoping. I'd just love for all this crap to be over, but we shall see. But let's just see how it keeps going, and if it if it keeps going, and yeah, let's hope there'll be some good chapters in the diaries going forward.